tired and like a not great night's sleep, but such as
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's hard. When menopause interrupts our sleep often. Yeah, it's really hard to, is it quite regular that that happens?
it's been, I mean, it used to be much worse. It's usually better, just the last couple nights.
Yeah.
And I take NyQuil and I just sleep right through, but that's not a long-term solution. So,
Yeah, I mean, they say about magnesium
mm,
glycinate, I think it is
okay.
the one for sleep. So yeah, being quite specific with your magnesium, I can send you that on link on WhatsApp, the right magnesium.
Yeah.
Um, I use that each night, and that really helps. I
Okay.
use it as a
Great.
cream actually,
Hmm.
and it's a cream and it rubs in. But there are lots of different ways in which you can take it. But magnesium's really good. And yeah, sort of started with that really. And breathing. I
Yeah.
know that sounds, but having a good breathing technique is quite good as well. It relaxes,
It does help. Yeah.
yeah, so like at the end when we do our little bit of restoring the body at the end and just getting into that this breath work, this comes out here.
Okay.
That's really soothing and helps calm your nervous system. And when you breathe to fill the rib cage out this way, not this way. And that really makes a big difference. And
Mm.
you think of a jellyfish, and they're so beautiful to watch as they expand and contract. They expand and contract. And that is your diaphragm. And it's really beautiful. And you can even use your hands to sense into that lovely motion until you really got it. And then you have to ground yourself a bit first before any breath work, because otherwise it's sort of a bit panicky. So
Yeah.
grounding yourself, even in your bed, sensing the back of your head on the pillow, and all those things can make a really big difference.
Okay. And I'm curious why you use the magnesium cream instead of a pill. Does it go in faster?
Yeah, the one I use is the same as my wild yam cream. I do that, and they suggest it's the same areas as you would apply HRT, which would be upper arms or inside of the thigh, because the skin's a bit thicker there, thinner there, so it kind of absorbs a little quicker into the area, so or into your bloodstream. So yeah, I apply my wild yam to my inner thighs in the morning, and then I've got my cream. But it's also like a muscle cream as well. It's magnesium, which feels really nice. So if I feel a bit achy, then I can rub it a little bit into those sore muscles, and that's quite nice. So
Okay.
yeah. So I'll make a note of that magnesium for you. Right. Um, Okay, right here. Let's start by how do your hips feel today?
Good.
Good. Okay, that's nice because we're going to be working a lot all within this sort of area
Yeah.
and doing loads of strengthening. So we're going to start by just bringing those knees up. We can keep into your feet, get that grounded sensation every time the foot lands, and slightly on with the glutes as well. And then you can squeeze up through your biceps as well, just squeezing, waking them up. Feeling into the feet, into the glutes just a little, gives you that kind of solid feeling that you're secure.
My balance is still pretty bad. I was noticing walking around with a friend the other night. It just, yeah, I feel like I need to do something with my feet.
Your feet.
Yeah, I think the bunions, Yeah, I have a link with some bunion exercises I may need to start doing, but yeah, like just I don't feel super solid.
Yeah. Do you find it difficult when we're in, time on that one? Do you feel it difficult when we're in any position where your toes have to be like that really hard?
No, I mean,
No, okay.
there's a little bit of pain, but it's more like when I have to be moving fast, like it's hard to stay balanced.
Right, okay. Okay.
I almost feel like I'm not using my toes enough or they're not strong enough because they've been so kind of out of whack for so long, but that's a theory.
Yeah. Working into the feet is actually really hard. I've been training some of the women for a long time, and only yesterday somebody said, "Oh, can you talk me through how to position my feet again? Because I don't think I get it." And she's been training me for ages, and she just didn't want to admit it. And it was like, okay, let's just strip this back again, and because it's hard, you know. For me, it's easy, but I've been working with it for a while, so my feet automatically come on, those muscles come on. But we're training muscles under the feet, which we're not used to doing. So it's really hard. And it takes a while to get into. So that's fine. That's normal. So we're going to play around probably a little bit more with the balance because we're going to come up and out with that hip. You can use a little bit of a surface if you feel, because the object of the exercise is to come up, open, and close again, and then swap the legs. And again, putting that foot back down, sensing in to that, pushing down off the toes.
Yeah, and I feel like I need to constantly spread them out because they're smooth.
Right. Okay. And yet weirdly, we're not. They call it a short, skinny foot. So your foot should feel skinny and short, as if the toes are drawing back without drawing them back to your heels. And the foot kind of feels a little narrower because it's kind of coming in. And that may be a slight rotation in the ankle as well.
Yeah.
So the glutes are on a little bit here, where mine are not on. I'm very wobbly and unstable. When they're on a bit, there's a nice stability to that feeling. And one more. And then we're going to side kick. Keep your feet flexed and they're long, not locking the knees. They can just side, and we can come out with the arms. Feels quite nice. You won't be able to go too far. Your glutes are on the standing leg a little. It just helps you tuck that pelvis and keep that stability again. And 3, 2, and 1. And then we're doing a little twist. We're preparing you for what's to come, but we'll be using weights and things. So you're going to keep your body straight. So you're going to keep your head straight and your hips straight. But you're going to, sorry, it's automatic to turn my head. But you're going to keep your head forward and then other side and then other side. Good. Keep the glutes on a little. Keep pressed down in your feet.
There's another move where I hear like something in my neck kind of squidging.
Or when you do this.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's unnerving.
Coming down towards your shoulder, down towards this area.
No, it's kind of up in the back of
Up and into the back, okay.
Yeah, it's maybe like the occipital.
Yeah, okay. So if we release down. So what we can do is place your heel of your hands into your forehead, and you just look down, and then you sorry, no, we're going to start up, and then we're going to push down, and then release up. Push into your hands and look down. Release up. Push in, down, release. Okay, we're always trying to get a bit of resistance in with a stretch. And last one. Okay, and then this time we're going to place our hands to the back of our head, just interlink your fingers and just on the top there, and this time we're going to be looking down, and now resist as you come on to like looking up diagonally, not over, stretching just up a bit, release, and then come on up, diagonal, and release, pushing your head into your hands. And one more. Release those. Okay, we're going to start with your squidgy ball, and we're going to sit on a firm surface somewhere. If you have somewhere where,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, that ball is going to come in between your legs. It doesn't matter if it touches the surface a little bit, that's fine, because you're going to be lifting your feet, so you don't want to come too far forward. So you can sit back a bit. Right, so we're going to have a tall spine, and then exhale as we squeeze that ball in and pick your feet up off the floor a bit. And you can have your hands either on your thighs or on the surface, that's fine. So we are going to do this for 40 seconds. Let's exhale, squeeze, lift your feet just a little.
Okay.
Inhale down. Exhale, squeeze, lift a little. Even if it's just noticing your toes will flex up, and then down, that'll be enough of a lift. Keep on going. Exhale to squeeze, lift. And make this your last one. And release. Then coming on up, we're going to be into the wall, and going to bend one leg back. Now your legs are going to be in line with each other, so your knees are in line. It's just that lower leg coming up, and then it's sort of parallel to the floor, so it's not coming forward. It stays there and back, and you stay straight. So you'll come to the side so that you're on the side. Yes, perfect. So, sorry, our standing leg is the one that's not next to the wall. So into that standing leg, and the other one bends back, and now your knees, make sure they're in line. Foot can be flexed. Okay, now push that knee into the wall, or into your door there. Now you're going to really push that in, and keep the glutes on a bit on that standing leg. Make sure you're into that foot. Maybe the ankle feels like it's going outwards. So maybe have to rotate it slightly inwards because you're pushing in. You're going to inhale, relax. Exhale, push in. Inhaling, relaxing. Exhaling, pushing in. Now this is getting into both sides of the hips actually. But what I love about all these with a squishy ball and these type of movements, you can only work to your ability, as in however much strength you want to push into it. It's not like machines where they're overriding. You're building up your strength and meeting your body where it's at perfectly with these. Using that exhale to push that knee in. Keeping the glutes on just a little on that standing leg. And release. Walk off. Sometimes that's when you'll find that you've got in there. This is all about, again, stabilizing and making your hips stronger. And then coming to the other side. And folding that leg back. Knees in line, flex the foot. Into your standing leg, foot, glutes. And exhale, push that knee in. Inhale, slacken off a bit. Ready to exhale, push in. Five seconds left. And pop that down. That side a little tougher.
Yeah, maybe a little bit in terms of balance also.
Okay. Let's go back. We're going to do sets of these two exercises. We're going back to our inner ball. And ready to exhale. Left heel spine nice and long. Inhale down. Exhale lift. Squeeze that as hard as you can. Great way to get into our inner thighs. And last one. Coming back up, back to the wall. Knees are in line. And exhale, push that leg in to the wall. Standing glutes are on a bit. This is your last one. And release. Good. Other side. Be nice and straight, glutes on, and push in. Have you been running again since?
No, just walking.
Walking, good, yeah.
Someone says, don't run, I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah, it won't serve you. And release. Come back to your squidgy ball. In a few months' time, when those hip flexors, legs, and everything else is rocking and rolling, you might think, I could do a run, but
Okay.
we'll see. And let's get ready, and till spine, and exhale, lift the feet. I often think it's just not worth it for the pelvic floor as well. It's just,
Oh,
it's such a harsh one. There won't be many women past the age of 50 being a good runner and not having any leaks whatsoever.
mm.
And but often women won't admit that. So that's the thing. And last one. Great, and last one is up against the wall. Into that foot, glutes, and now push into that wall.
Oh, you're right, the other one is harder.
Okay. Notice where your ankle is. It's quite loose, just push your toes down maybe. Because those, and this is your last one, those shoes are with toe separators in, is that right?
These are ballet socks with grippies and toe, and I have toe separators inside, yeah.
Yeah. I'm training another lady with, she wears the barefoot type trainers and toe separators.
Yeah.
She's just had her knees, one of her knees operated on. Let's go to the other side. And yeah, she's having to totally change the way that she walks into those glutes. And she's a Pilates teacher and teaches Pilates teachers as well. And I mean, she's phenomenal woman. She does all these fascia courses, travels a lot of places, different countries. She's quite renowned in her world. And yeah, she's brilliant, but I train her, and just watching her having to restructure how she does everything from her feet.
Yeah.
Quite, yes, with the toe separators, with how she stands. I mean, that's why it caused the knee problems in the first place.
Yeah.
One more.
Well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah, exactly. So so there is, it just takes quite a long time with it all, but it is quite hard going. But what you're doing is helping prevent knee operations and injuries for you later. So this is good. Wonderful. That's your first lot. Now your next set, you're going to pick up your 10-pound weight, just one of those. So you're going to need just one, and you're going to hold it at the ends. And you're going to stagger your feet slightly, so they're hip width apart. And they're not massively lunged back. Yeah, just staggered, perfect. And going to lock the bum in a little bit, come up tall with your spine. And then from here, we're going to, not move the head and the hips. So we're getting in to this little rowboat situation. Good, keep going. I'm using an exhale every time I twist those shoulders round. So this keeps the hips really stable and feels quite nice in the back actually. And working out your arms. And last one on that side. And then we're going to swap the feet the other way. Take those shoulders back. Pop those glutes on a bit, go into your feet a little. And ready to twist again. And time. And then you're going to keep that weight. You're going to use both of those weights. You're doing RDLs. And we're going to do our hinge over. And we're going to hinge over. And then once we're over, we're going to, as if we've got a tail, and we're going to tuck that tail and come on up. So you're over, now tuck that tail, come on up, and the glutes switch on. Keep those glutes on all the time. Come on over. And now tuck a little and glutes on to stand. Lovely, keep going. And this is your last one. Nice. Got one of those weights down. Put the other one back. And stagger those feet. Ready for a little rowboat again. To the sides. Your glutes on a little bit, just to keep those hips really stable at the front. Good. Little exhale as you twist round. And last one. Swap feet. Back in, into feet, into glutes. Good. And last one. Lovely. Coming back into your RDL. Getting your feet into position, glutes on, long through that spine. Then go over, your bum slightly comes up as if that tail is just tickling up a little bit. And then we tuck that tail and squeeze the glutes. They stay on all the time, but there's a difference with that slight rotation of the pelvis as we tuck that tail, squeeze the glutes to stand. Lovely. Keep those shoulders back. This is our most functional, most useful movement that we will learn because we're bending all day long. And it's really nice when we get that slight little tuck under with the tail and glutes on. That takes all the pressure out of your lower back. And that's your last one. Good. Go back to one. And stagger. Into your feet, into your glutes. And twist. Probably feeling it a bit now with your weights, and shoulders.
On the right, I'm feeling a little bit in my upper neck.
Okay,
It's all right, I suppose.
yeah. Be coming up through the trapezius
Yeah.
and up through there, yeah. And time. Feet glutes on. And let's go. You find that the glutes are on more on that back leg than the front leg, that's normal. And time. And both weights. Feet, glutes are on, ready to lean forward, pelvis tilts up a little bit, your tail sticks up a little bit, and now it tucks under and the glutes squeeze. Keep those shoulders back. Breathe in, and now breathe out as you tuck and stand. And last one. Good, pop those down. And our next set, take some water if you need some water, if you need anything at this stage. We're going to pick up those 10-pound weights again. And you're going to sit, you're going to sit and stand. And stand. So you're just holding those weights. You can be a little soft at the elbows so that they're not rigid long. Okay. Keep into your glutes. Good. Sitting and then into those glutes as you come up and into your feet as well. Staying into those.
How much am I relaxing completely when I sit?
Really hardly at all. My glutes are still on when I sit.
Okay. A lot in my thighs, more than my glutes.
That's okay.
Okay. So,
Yeah, that's good. This is great for your whole lower body, core, arms, and last one. Good. You're going to keep those weights. You're doing a good job holding on to those. And then you're going to pop your foot onto the edge of that surface and come back so that your legs are straight but not locking at the knees. And switching the standing leg glutes on again, just a bit. Okay, because now you're going to just lean in, those weights come forward a little bit. The arms come forward a bit. Yeah, and then come back. Okay, and forward. And back. Keep those standing glutes on. Arms come forward a bit. Nice push back. Feels quite nice, this one. Well, my version of nice is always a bit weird, to be honest, but as everyone reminds me. I go, oh, but this is a really nice one.
no, I like it.
I think in comparison to some of them, this is a nice.
Exactly. It's all relative.
Yeah. And this is your last one. Good. And ready, standing boots on. Stand back a bit more so that leg goes straight without it totally locking, but straight. Good. Okay, now come all the way forward. It's a big hip stretch at the front there. Good. Maybe testing for the toes, but good. And keep going. And this is your last one. Good. And you're going to come to seating. And just rest those weights on your legs just for a few seconds because your arms will be getting tired.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they can come down by the side. Just keep your elbows soft. And ready, we're going to switch those glutes on and let's go to stand. into your feet as well. Keep them on, feet and glutes. And last one. Keep legs. And ready, let's go in. As you come forward, those weights can come forward a bit. And last one. Swapping. These build up. These, so by the time you've done your third one, it's like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Done. Okay, standing glutes on. And let's go. Keeping those glutes on. Communication with them. So they're supporting your hips. And last one. Good, come back to sitting. Rest those on your legs again, just a few seconds. Okay. Right, getting ready to stand up. Let's go, glutes on. And last one. Great. And last, forward lunge.
Oh.
Okay. Glutes on that standing leg. And then go. Last one. And change. Okay. Okay. Keeping those glutes activated on that standing leg. You still want to switch off. And last one. Lovely. Put those down. Good, and then we'll come onto our back for a moment. I was like putting in a few tummy exercises at the end. A lot of things we're doing are for your whole core, but then it's quite nice to go specific as well. Okay, a few breaths, letting that soften. Okay, we're going to start to exhale and close up front and back, pulling up through that pelvic floor as well, and maybe pushing it back into the floor. Inhale, release. Exhale, close front and back, pull up, push back into the floor. Inhale, release. Exhale, close, pull up, push it back in. And inhale, release. This next one, we're going to close, pull up and push it back into the floor. We're going to hold it there. I don't want you to hold your breath, but I still want you to hold all those things. And then we're going to toe tap. So once you've got a hold of those, you'll then toe tap, pushing your back to the floor, maybe still having the sense of pulling everything up. Maybe slightly harder to feel a closing as well. Shift the breathing into the chest area, just push that up a little bit as we're squeezing down through that diaphragm and the abs are holding in. And 3, 2, 1, and down. And then we'll do an inverted sit-up. So make sure those shoulder blades are down the back. And your legs are going to go up and up. Good. 40 seconds. And even when the body comes down, maybe feeling a bit of pressure through your arms as you lower the back down with a bit of control. We'll be using the arms a bit. Nice exhale as you go up and come down. And last one. Feet down. And then We're going to put your arms sort of out into a Y shape. And we're going to come over as we breathe out and just touch hand to foot. The other arm just stays on the floor. Good. Breathing out as you come up. Try to make the belly muscles work. Pulling in as you breathe out, so that your neck is not doing all of the work. And last one. Good. Come to the other side. And let's breathe out. Really deep, squeezing in. Let those abs take over. And last one. And breathe. I'm going to take your legs up in the air. Okay. And then we're going to take one down, then the other down, then the other down. Now you're going to try and keep your back into the floor. Use an exhale when that leg goes down, and that will help keep the back squeezed in. You pull those tummy muscles in, feel that connection with your back engaging to the floor. And time, down, breathe. And then we'll do a tabletop legs. This will be our last one. So tabletop legs, head in hands, but looking up a little bit there, so you're not tucking the chin. And then you're just going to do little ups. Good. Again, let that come from the tummy. Exhale. Bit of pelvic floor lift. As your stomach crunches up. Seconds. Time. Great. And then you can just lay your arms out to the side, palms facing up. You can keep your knees bent. And then we can just do a little spine twist just to loosen off all of that. And exhale when they drop. Inhale when they come on up. Exhale when they drop. Take your head to the other side. Rotate the neck round. Yeah, lovely. Perfect. And then inhale, drop. Sorry, it's the other way around on this one. It's an exhale drop on this one. Inhale up. Exhale, drop. Inhale up. And last one. And then just bring your knees in and just rock your body side to side and start to release through your pelvic floor, and you just be playful with those legs. Just let your arms carry the weight of the legs. And then when you're ready, just pop them out straight and just lie there just for a few moments. We're just letting the heart rate come right down. We're letting the cortisol come right down. So we get off to a good start for the day. And then you can stretch through your body, have a good yawn. Opening the eyes. Rolling onto the side. Wonderful. Lovely. Good. You may feel that in areas, probably inner thigh most, and a little bit in the hips, but all positive, all good, all part of the strengthening, building you up. So wonderful. And I will see you on Friday. Hopefully that's giving you a bit more energy for the day.
Do we have Friday? I thought we just had a Monday. Or did I mess that up?
I think, no, you are in on Friday. I think it's the 27th.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
All righty. See you Friday.
Right, I will see you Friday. Cheers, Rachel. Bye-bye.